Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me in my craft room. So today I thought I would do a little bit of a flower making video for you. So I'm going to be using the Couture Creations white foam, and this is a 0.9. And I just thought I would show you how I colour some of mine in. So I have a cutout of the white foam, and I've used this little Desire die. And what I do is I fold the sheet up 4 times, pop the die in one of the corners, and then I get 4 layers cut out at the same time. So I've taken 3 of those, and I just wanted to show you the different colouring that I've done. So when I am using foam, unlike when I'm doing my paper flowers, I like to have colour on both sides of the flowers, just because you are using the foam, and when you shape it on the iron, you do get to see the backs of the flowers. So I just like to add a little bit of colour. So I'm just using a little basic stippling brush, and I'm just taking some of my ink, and this is just a basic Deco Time chalk ink pad. And there's lots of different tools, brushes you can use. I also use little makeup applicators, which are quite inexpensive to use. If you've got as many ink pads as I have, it'll be quite expensive to have the proper smoothies for every colour. So I've just popped some pink on the back of that, and then on the front I've just been adding a little bit more colour randomly. This one you can see I've gone quite dark in the centre, and then what I've done is, using my little makeup applicator, I've just literally touched the outside of the petal. Now there's no uniformity to this whatsoever. I've just gone in quite randomly, and you'll see it actually looks quite pretty when the flower's shaped. It looks a little bit more realistic. So I have my iron on already, so I'm just going to move that in front so you can see it. This is just a basic household iron. It's just a Morphy Richards. It's one that I got in the sale. Because I am using inks and things, you will get colour transfer onto the hot plate, so I wouldn't recommend using your best iron. So as I say, nothing too specific, just something nice and hot. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use my ball tool just to pop this, help hold it on the hot plate. 1, 2, 3, and take it off. Now please keep your fingers well away from the hot plate. Take it off, and while it's still heating the foam, all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the top of those petals quite tightly. And then unfold it. And then taking the larger end of my ball tool, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull and shape. You can use your fingers if you want. Just give it a good old stretch. I've got quite long nails at the moment, so I've just got to be careful I don't tear the foam, which is very easily done. So just giving that a little bit of shape. And there's one layer done. So I'm going to take the next one, making sure to keep my fingers well away from the hot iron. I'm just going to pop that in place, hold it where I need it with the ball tool. 1, 2, 3, and away. Move the iron so I don't catch myself. Gather all your petals up together and give them a nice sharp twist. You don't really want to be twisting the actual base of the petals, otherwise it makes it quite complicated and a bit fiddly to get it all unravelled. So using the larger end of my ball tool again, I'm just going to go in and mould, shape it round. Give those petals a little bit of a stretch. while it's stretched, just give it a little bit of a shape. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of extra help on the foam mat. This is a flower foam mat, and I'm using the Tonic Studios ball tool. That one I'm just going to turn over the other side and just pop a little bit more shape on the back of those petals. Put a nice firm press in the middle, and then that's my second layer. Bring the iron back in. Use the ball tool to secure it in place. 1, 2, 3 and off. Move the iron out the way. Take your petals together. Now for this one, I'm just going to give them a little bit of a rub right at the tip of the petals. And then open it back out. And then at the base of the petal, I'm just going to start to stretch. But I'm going to leave a lot of this frilled petal edge into the next one. Just trying to keep my nails out of the way. I just don't want to tear the foam. It is quite delicate. And then I'm just going to use my ball tool and foam that and just get some extra shape in the centre there. Right, so I'm just going to take a little piece of sacrificial card, and I'll use that for... So there's my base layer. I'm taking some hot glue off my hot glue gun, pop a little bead on the bottom, then just turn it over, and what I'm going to do is I'm just offsetting the petals to put the next layer on. So as you can see, we've got a petal here, a petal there and a petal there on the base layer, so I've tried to put these in between. And then this one, same again, a little bit of glue. Take off my tail. And then same again, try and line it up so you're offsetting the petals. And there's your little flower shape done. Now I'm going to use some, I think I'll use some pollen head stamens. These are the little bobbly ones. Now they've got quite thick stems. So what I'm going to do is I'll prepare my flower first. Now, it's whatever you're comfortable using. I have, a lot of people use their pokey tools, but my pokey tool is quite thin. So I tend to use the tip of my scissors. But you can use a craft knife. Whatever you're comfortable using, you just need to create a nice little hole in your flower. Enough space for your stamens to go through. So I've got 3 stamen stems. They're double-headed, so that's giving us 6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them in half, and that'll create a little bit of a loop at that end. I'm going to take some wire. Now this is, I'm a florist, so I always have wire on hand. You can pick this up at any flower shop. They'll usually sell you some, or a garden centre, but you can use craft wire, whatever you've got in your stash. I've usually got lots of bullion wire and stuff lying about, so it's whatever you have. You just want to create yourself a nice little bobby pin, and I'm just slotting that through on the inside. And then I'm going to turn the flower over and give there a nice firm tug. And then that's my stamens inside the flower. And then when you're happy with it, you can just make sure the arrangement of the petals is where you want them. Now I've just used plain white stamens. You could use coloured pearls. There's loads of different types, or you can use white ones and colour them yourself. So I hope you've liked this little video. If you have, please let us know in the comments and I will definitely do more for you. If you would like to take a look at my card making videos, you can find them all underneath. I'll pop a link in the description to my video gallery, and if you like what I do, I'll also pop a link to my Facebook group and my Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter page, so I'd love to connect with you on there. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.